based off of recent reports from two very notable basketball minds, nobody wants to play the Miami Heat, especially in the NBA playoffs. Also, a recap of last night's win over the Houston Rockets for the Miami Heat and how all of this stuff all relays back to the great Erik Spoelstra. We'll break all of that down on this episode of Heat Digest. So what basketball minds am I referring to, and why are teams afraid of the Miami Heat? Well, JJ Redick is one of those basketball minds, and he hosts a podcast named The Old Man and the Three, and just yesterday he put out another video with Tim Legler as a guest, another great basketball mind. Now, on this podcast, as shown by Wheeler Jalen that he posted on his Twitter, here's 3 quotes from JJ Redick in that podcast saying, 3 guys on their team are having career years, Bam, Tyler Hero, and Duncan Robinson. Going on to say, Jaime Jaquez Jr. has been the 3rd best rookie, and finally saying a healthy Miami team in the playoffs, nobody wants to effing see them. Now, I agree with everything that JJ has said in those quotes. Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero have done a great job in expanding their basketball game, especially on the offensive side of the ball, as they were solely reliant on the three-point shot just even last year and the years prior to that. This year, we are seeing a drastic difference in the sense that they're willing to put the ball on the floor. They're willing to move without the basketball, cut towards the basket, not just running baseline to baseline, going off of screens, spotting up at the three-point line. They're willing to handle the ball, facilitate the offense, and really look to score from all over the floor rather than solely behind the three-point line. He also mentioned Bam Adebayo having a career year, which is 100% accurate, as he's been the driving force on the defensive side of the ball for the Miami Heat, really holding it down inside the paint, protecting the rim, because without Bam Adebayo, we would be in total shambles because our ability to stop teams from scoring in the paint has been abysmal with Bam Adebayo, but he's done a great job in limiting it when on the floor, I will say that. Also, Jaquez being the 3rd best rookie, they are going to change in and out from between Chet, Victor Wembanyama, and Jaime Jaquez Jr., between the 1, 2, and the 3 spots all season long, and it's going to be a great race. Him at the 3 spot right now, totally not worried about it. I love it, actually, and I think as time goes on, people are going to drop, people are going to go up. It's all going to fluctuate, and I can't wait to see how it plays out. And finally, him saying nobody wants to play them because they're scary. They really are. Again, I agree, and a lot of it goes towards the coaching, which I'm going to highlight now from a quote from Tim Legler on the same podcast. The transcript is on the right-hand side of things. It's just broken up by timestamp, so bear with me. I am going to read it here. I look at the Miami Heat, JJ, and I say, man, you said nobody wants them. I think you mean nobody, as in Boston, Milwaukee, Philly. Even the top teams don't want to see the Miami Heat in a 7-game series because of how well they're coached and how hard they're going to make you work. End of quote. Legler, again, I think is 100% right, along with what JJ has said. They, again, give credit where it's due. They have played high-level college basketball. They were drafted. They played NBA basketball at a high level for years. And now they are great basketball minds sitting on the outside, not really playing for teams, obviously, but they're still covering the game accurately and effectively. So props to them. Great podcast. But Legler, saying that about the Miami Heat, it's all coming back to coaching. JJ also mentioned it. Nobody wants to play them. No, Milwaukee doesn't want to play us. Philadelphia doesn't want to play us. Nobody wants to play us. Even Boston, who has the best record in the NBA currently. And it's because of our ability, not only on the floor, but going into the game. The knowledge that we'll have acquired, what we'll know going in, how we'll game plan for it, and with Erik Spoelstra leading the charge of these things, really, we're going to have the advantage regardless of whether or not, or who we're playing, or whether or not we're at home or on the road. If it's the first game of the playoffs, if it's game 7, if it's the first round, the last round, if it's the championship. And it's because of the experience, what we have, not only on the floor, but leading the way in Erik Spoelstra. He's been there. He's done that. He's experienced. And with Pat Riley sitting above him, it's really just total excellence in the sense of the Miami Heat organization. Now, giving Erik Spoelstra this credit, it continued just last night as the Miami Heat beat the Houston Rockets in the first game of 4 that they will have at home before going back on the road. If you do remember, the Miami Heat this is their first game at home in the last 6, as the last 5 were on the road in a long road stand for the Miami Heat. Now, last night, they did play the Houston Rockets, and collectively, it was a great game of basketball for the Miami Heat. I'm going to skip over Jović, as he is going to be the center of conversation here in just a second. Adebayo played shaky in the first half, came out in the second half, and simply dominated the Houston Rockets. 22 points, 12 boards, 3 assists, and a steal, while shooting 9 of 12 from the field. Extremely efficient, and a lot of these points came in the second half for Adebayo. As well as Adebayo, we had Tyler Hero return to his normal shooting numbers, as he struggled heavily on the road, especially with his shooting percentages. He shot 50% last night, 10 of 20 from the field, including 5 of 10 from the three-point line, bringing in 28 points, 3 boards, and 3 assists. Jaime Jaquez Jr. shot 5 of 11 with 14 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal, playing his role effectively. And finally, coming off the bench, we had 3 players with 10 or more points out of the 4 in total that played. Kevin Love added 15 points, 7 boards, 4 assists, and a steal. He has simply been just I can't even explain how great it is to see someone as, I'm going to call him old. I know it's basketball age. He's not old in life, but he's old for the game of basketball, and he's still playing so effectively coming off the bench. 23 minutes in doing this. Also, Duncan Robinson, 14 points, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds. Also a steal for Duncan Robinson. And finally, Josh Richardson in 29 minutes added 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists on 4 of 6 shooting from the field. Now, I skipped over Jović, and it was for a reason. If you look at this box score, it doesn't look great. 6 points, 2 of 9 shooting, 1 of 5 from the three-point line, and 1 of 4 from the free throw line. He also added 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, and a block. But simply, there were stretches of this game where he seemed like he is a seasoned veteran, and he knew how to play the game of basketball at the highest level. I think he earned massive trust in Erik Spoelstra last night, despite him getting the start. I know you have to have some trust in the kid to give him the start. Another one, I think it's his 4th of the season, especially with Jimmy out. Spoelstra has simply given him chances. He really hasn't popped. And last night, despite the box score that looked that way, he played amazing. From the 4:43 mark in the third quarter to the 3:10 mark, there was a series of plays going back and forth up the floor that he was involved in. He made a walk-in 3. They came down. He boxed out, fought for a rebound, hit Tyler Hero for an open 3 in transition, resulted in Miami points. The Rockets came back down. There was a big miss. He fought for another rebound, got it, outlet pass, resulted in a Miami Duncan Robinson open 3. It was missed. Point is, he found the correct outlet pass after fighting for a defensive rebound. It resulted in an open shot. It wasn't the result we wanted in the end with the miss, but again, an open shot. We'll take him where we get him, especially when Duncan's the one shooting him. Coming back down, he tipped a pass, found Tyler Hero for another open 3. He did miss. It was a long rebound. Rockets are running the floor in fast break. It's a 3-on-3 break. It seems like they have the numbers advantage, at least in the moment. Again, it was 3-on-3. Seemed like a pretty good position for them to be able to get a quick bucket. Pass to the corner. Jović with a deflection. Another steal. Simply going back and forth. No break in the game. And Jović finds a way to make an impact on the play, defensively or offensively. And the majority of these highlights were all defensive. Again, steals, tip passes, rebounds, good defense. This series ended with a lob to the rim that Jović did deflect. The loose ball was recovered by Houston, where they then fed immediately Jabari Smith in the paint, who, guess who? Guarded by Jović. Hands straight up, perfect defense, didn't lean into Jabari Smith as he attempted to make a contested layup. He did miss. Guess who grabbed the rebound? Jović did again, outletting to, I believe, Tyler Hero or Jaquez. They get down to the half court, take a 1-second break to let everyone get down the floor, really set up offense. Jović, the last trail man, running the floor hard, gets the ball on a cut to the basket where he is fouled and then goes to the free throw line. He did end up going 1 for 2, and that was his one make at the free throw line all night. Again, the point is, He's doing the things that aren't all flashy. He's playing great defense. He's rebounding physically. He's outletting the ball to the correct player. He's letting the Miami Heat team run the floor, getting them open shots. Yes, he's not coming down doing the John Stockton impression, screens and this and that. It's the outlet passes. It's kind of like a Kevin Love back when he was playing for Minnesota, grabbing rebounds, hitting the correct guy, allowing the team to run their offense in the fast break and really get down the floor for open shots. Absolutely a joy to watch, and I love that Spoelstra had the confidence in him to give him the opportunity to be on the floor in these scenarios, and he's doing a great job in earning that respect, and now even earning more respect, earning more minutes, because if he continues to play like this, his minutes are going to go up drastically. Even when Jimmy comes back, he's another big player that we can put at the 4, even the 3, if we're trying to run a massive lineup, and even the 5. With him and Bam Adebayo on the floor at once, the possibilities are really endless for the Miami Heat, as they have really capabilities to do whatever they want offensively and defensively. So it's awesome to see. Again, all praise to Spoelstra, as he's done a phenomenal job all year long with the lineups and this Miami Heat team, despite injuries and everything else. It's a pleasure to watch. Tomorrow night, Wednesday, January 10th, the Miami Heat host the Oklahoma City Thunder for the second of a 4-game homestand. It should be interesting to see, as OKC has been great all year long with SGA and Chet. We have a battle of the 2 front-running rookies, 1 and 3 really, but you know what I mean. It should be a joy to watch. I'll see you for a recap of that game and possibly trade news. We'll see. Enjoy the rest of your night. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to the channel as we're trying to grow this to 200 subs. Thanks so much. Enjoy it.